FaceTime calls about God from Justin. I can't stop hustling. I can't stop hustling. I'm trying to be inspired, but y'all ain't got nothing. They trying to downplay me now.
Good night. Hello, hi. Welcome, everybody. Today we are going to be reacting to Harlow's Jackman. I'm intrigued. Surprise drop, random drop, no announcement really, preparation, marketing kind of thing drop. And it's short, and I love me a short album, so thank you, Jack. Let's get into this. I want to see, because to be fair, Jack has always given me something, but I need more. I hope this is the more that I'm looking for.
Just talking about what I see.
Okay.
It's not opinion based. Just shit I see. The dialect got a little splash of some black on it. Cap and gowns bought by the money in dad's pockets. White girl squatting, triple homicide rates got him astonished. Reading about it on a laptop in pajamas. Soft office that really got taught to survive by any means. Fuck bitches, stack commas. Common ground ain't that common. Jump to a 4 count and say the N-word. Business interns taking my leading perks. Trampling on top of bodies and dirt. Conduct is all by design. And common ground ain't that common.
Yeah. Woo, Jack. Okay, Jack. Damn, Jack. Been there with an introduction that's crazy to me. It's absolutely very lyrical. I love the haunting. Sounds like a bunch of old grandmas in the choir. They just saw something disappointing, so they have to just. Do you know what I'm saying? I love the emphasis he's placed on appreciating urban Black people and the influences that they have in society and the prevalence they have in societies. I don't know, current what's cool, what's attractive, and how it's engaged in, or how it's consumed, Black culture in such a significant way now by other ethnicities, but not really truly to its thorough depth maybe appreciated. Maybe there's irony in the way that it's being consumed, because it's being consumed by individuals that don't fully have the capacity to understand it. So I like this introduction so far.
I'm trying to get rough. Fuck buffing my nails, dog. I'm trying to get buff. Fuck shaping my beard up. Yo, or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar. The same threat like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the fucking bed like him. Cause they don't love it. They don't love it.
Yeah.
They don't love it.
Hey, they don't love it. Okay.
They don't love it.
What the fuck?
They don't. Unmistakable if I want it. And I do, yes I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. How you feel up stage, the fans are obsessed. My city is coming, as people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I'm tame because
they don't love it. Hey,
they don't love it.
Hey, they don't love it. What? They don't
love it.
They don't love it. It's stupid, crazy, insane. Oh, he's sitting so comfortably in himself right now. This feels so natural to him. These two tracks so far are feeling so natural to Jack. They're feeling like natural Jack. This is great stuff because it's so seamless, it's so smooth, it's so effortless. It feels like it's just second nature to him. Oh my goodness gracious me. And I have to say there are some tones here where he sounds a bit like Cole or sounds a bit like Drake. I can't help it. It's just the energy's coming and I'm feeling it a little bit in some undertones. But, you know, it's still Jack. It's still only purely him. You can appreciate that something might be reminiscent to another artist. That's life, that's music, everything's reminiscent of everything. So I'm hearing something similar there, something I kind of heard before, but it's still Jack.
Ambitious, 14-year-old. Grades going down as I'm stacking up zeros, but not the De Niro. Deceiving Montrez Harrow. Scuffed up kicks, Old Navy my apparel, and I'm coming in my girl like I'm sterile. Told her my whip, I thought I had a green arrow. Working in my room with the air conditioner all up in the mix. Did a couple local shows, okay, my following exists, even if it's 15. ambitious 19-year-old. I just suddenly I've made some unclear.
You know what's so fucking great about this song is that it, as he's talking about ambitious and being ambitious and the come up, it sounds like a come up. You've got the ooh, ooh sample in the background. That old lady's come back again to add that kind of haunting undertone, but also it adds a kind of oppression, kind of woeful feel to it. So you got that hint of the struggle coming in through the vocal sample, but then you got the dum, 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 intense bass, intense kind of trumpet sounding like musicality, making it sound like a victory, like a win already. And if that's kind of what ambition is, not having won but feeling like you're winning. Like that's the drive, that's the kind of feeling of ambition. You're feeling that win on the way, you're feeling that success there already, is prevalent, it's obvious, but you're actually still got stuff holding you back, still maybe potentially being a hurdle, limiting you in some shape or form, but you're wanting to tackle it. It's just, that's ambition. So the freaking instrumental is ambitious.
And bars and stopping the Cracker Barrel, no security. My brother's going step well feral, getting high, getting drunk, no more straight narrow for me. Street raps maybe have courage in my ears, enough courage for me. Feeling like the local scene finally cherishing me. Everything I got to the American dream, but I'm still playing 1 p.m. sets at the festivals. Looking at the crowd, they embarrassed for me.
Oh,
ambitious,
freaking beat!
24-year-old.
Are you deeping the storytelling? When things are so intense, you just gotta sing. I don't know if anyone's like me. I'm strange. But when things are intense, my emotions, my feelings, my passion, whatever, I just start going, ooh, I gotta let it out somehow, and it comes out that way. This is insane. The story, the years he's taking us through, I absolutely love it. I love how the beat kind of drips as it's about to go into the next chapter of what Jack is conveying. This is crazy, stupid stuff.
Andrea Pirlo out in Europe spinning euros. French girl chewing on my earlobe. Here goes nothing, coasting through FaceTime calls about God from Justin. I can't stop hustling.
Oh,
I can't stop hustling. I'm trying to be inspired, but y'all ain't got nothing. They trying to downplay me now. Ain't goes about myself, I gotta fall back from it. Audition for a lead and got to call back from it.
Yeah, we see that. All right, Jack. Jack is... Jack, if you want to have...
No airports and no flights, that's how I want to live my life. No sport cars and no ice. Okay, maybe a little ice, we all got a little vice. No selfie for my dogs, only time you see gang signs. I'm looking to change lives, I already changed mine. Our ambition just ain't the same size. Times now, stop waiting for the inspiration. They say it's a flaw being impatient, but I know airports and no flights, how I want to live my life.
Is that?
No retweets and no like. Go pro, my dad knows a lot of things that his son don't know, but he ain't been to all the places that his son gon' go. No airports and no flights.
Is that right? It's beautiful. A lot of this album, even though he's got an under rumble, an underbelly of ambition, eagerness, drive, power, it's kind of chill so far. Do you know what I'm saying? There's that underbelly that's a bit thicker, a bit demanding, but then everything else sonically kind of feels a bit like a nostalgic kind of energy, like a reflective kind of energy, like a looking back kind of energy. I feel like if we were to talk to Jack now, he's in a different place now from this album. I think it feels very much like a timepiece, which is maybe why he dropped it with no kind of prep. It wasn't supposed to be that type of album. Maybe it's supposed to be like a, you know, like the chapter page or the title page, you know, into the next. Because it just feels quite like one is in that transgressionary period of coming out of something and going into something else. Jack's coming out of one chapter, going into something else, and he's looking back. So this music and the musicality, sonically the album feels reflective because it's got a coolness to it. In most of its, in all the production so far, there's a coolness to it.
Live for my dogs, die for my dogs. Ride for my dogs, live for my dogs. Because it's...
Oh, I love this.
My friend pulled me to the side like, did you hear about Marcus? Our Marcus? Yeah, our Marcus. A bunch of girls say he raped him in the back of some Target. They say he collected Pokemon cards with the one with perfect grades that has family in New Orleans. Yes, that Marcus. He's got 7 rape charges. For my dogs. Because it's holidays. me to the side like, did you hear about Kevin? Or Kevin who? Our Kevin, what happened? Kids saying he got molested. Molested by who? By Kevin? Nah, it's gotta be a different Kevin.
Ride for my dogs, lie for my dogs, die for my dogs. There's an irony to Gang 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 that is really lovely. That somberness of the music, of the instrumental, that kind of despondent sounding cut and chopped sample adds to the irony. And it's Jack literally talking about all these people he thought he knew grown up to become some different people, far from the people he possibly thought they would be. And now he's thinking, ride for my dogs, but this is the energy of life, or the chant of life, bro code, ride for them, die for them, lie for them. But this is what they've turned to. So it's an irony. It's a bittersweet irony. I really do like the kind of story of that track and how it was executed. Different, very different, unique.
Walking past a homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless. Years go by and I know I'm so blessed. But Jason keeps on telling me, say yes. And truth be told, I know he knows best. But I don't want to do no press. I've seen enough of me on me. I'm hiding any sign of weakness from my guys. I don't want them second guessing with me. Need more. About the elephant, chalking up that hate, the jealousy, and just embellishments. But deep down,
Denver was really good. Again, another track with a coolness element to it is being maintained throughout. It's like a low vibration, a low, slow, kind of sad vibration. It's consistent in all the tracks. Denver, again, is him kind of maintaining a reflective energy, thinking about who he is now, what his life has become, and the effects and the tolls it takes.
As in that's my nickname for her, cause when I call no answer. She know I'm a romancer. You know I make you laugh like no one else. You love my banter. She only know enhances. She only know enhances. She only know her daddy. She want is real. Morning body, check the mirror, hit the scale. How we feel, break control inside a pill. Just to leave the crib these days has become such a skill. As in that's my nickname for her, cause when I call no answer. She know I'm a romancer. You know I make you laugh like no one else. You love my banter. I like my girl, baby, she a natural. She only know enhances. She only know enhances.
I like no enhancers, it's cute.
Any other reason I win, I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in. It can't be the way that I stuck with the same friends. It see people and make sure that they feel like we equals. It can't be the smile, it can't be the eye contact with these crowds. It can't be my pen, leave early but I stayed. It can't be the tone of my voice. It can't be the thought I put in every choice. It can't be the Jeep instead of the Rolls Royce. It my pride. It can't be the absence of any facade. It can't be the worldwide hometown pride. So I guess I can't think of an explanation. It can't be the years of work I put in. It can't be the way that I stuck with the same friends. It can't be the swag I got when I walk in. At the airport upon landing. It can't be my aunties and grannies and every other woman in my family that raised me to be upstanding. It can't be that I simply make it. It can't be a bit of good karma. It can't be the way they all said he's a charmer. It can't be the lack of chinks in my armor.
I like It Can't Be. It can't be. I like it. It's different. It's different, and it's expressing that it's more to him, or the success was more than expressing that the success was more than just the privilege that is associated with his ethnicity. It's all of this and all of that, and it's the way he says it. Like, it can't be that though. Like, it can't be that. It can't be this and that and that and that and that and that and that and all these other things that collate into making me the individual with this storyline. It can't be any of that. It's interesting because it's like he's saying that it can't be all of that. He's acknowledging though that the color of his skin is a factor. But then whilst acknowledging that, he's also shunning that people are looking at that as the primary sole factor. So I guess he's hitting two birds with one stone in an ironic way. Sounds like has the beat of Baby, I need to listen to that song right now. Oh,
Put the blame on me. We grew up in the same household. For years we were close, throwing football in the yard till the lights turned on. And suddenly I meant nothing to you. You wanted nothing to do with me. You run with a crew that doesn't include any room for your little brother. Any chance you got, but I didn't care, because maybe if I was tough enough to take it, you would let me. Instead of looking at me like I'm disgusting, like I'm nothing subject, I'm terrified to hear your answer, so I just don't touch it. I don't say nothing. Put the blame on me. Oh. And you act like it never happened. God bless you. I'm terrified of broaching the subject. I'm terrified to even ask, so I just don't touch it. I don't say nothing. Cause the way I parent you is how my mother did, and the way you treat your little brother's how my older brother did. And now I'm not even my brother's friend.
Blame on Me is interesting, discussing that kind of sibling love gone wrong, sibling relationships, sibling tensions. That's not really a concept spoken about a lot in that I've heard anyways. You know, you hear brotherhood and you hear about brotherhood a lot in terms of like friends that are your brothers, friends that you've chosen, like family you've chosen, not family you've been born into, and the hardships faced in those kind of relationships. My bros, this, my guys from this walk of life or whatever, not my actual sibling blood relation, and the issues we have. So it's quite personal, and therefore it's probably the most somber track on here. But I do like the kind of hum and the undercurrent to it that's bouncing, because even though it's somber, it keeps you within the story.
The question if I love her, why am I so flawed? Why am I so skeptical of God? Why do I pretend like I didn't see it when I saw it? Why am I so bold to double back when I've been caught as I brought it? When did I start texting so dry? When did I become this type of a guy? What if all these people in my life go Danny Phantom? I'm sick of down to earth, I wanna throw tantrums. I'm sick of these little raps, I wanna make anthems. You standing? What if I don't meet the expectations? What if I don't reach my destination? What if I don't live up to the hype? Her accusations aren't true because I'm close to you. Who should I believe? Is it her? Just cause it happens so commonly? The mess. But what if they stop caring about me? What if they stop swearing by me? What if they stop riding for me how they used to do before I was in front of everybody?
Like the ending of this track, I feel like the last message there is probably everything else was leading up to this last message of like, what this is all temporary. What if I'm not loved? What if I'm just another one for the books? Oh yeah, he had an air about him, he had his season. Oh yeah, there's another one. And that kind of thought is so common amongst creatives that become, you know, hit the spotlight and stuff like that, because it's like what once was something that was a passion, a skill, a way for you to articulate your spirit, became commercialized, and therefore you've added another complexity to it. It's already complex to be creative, be expressive, let your art out there, construct art, and then now that it's become, you know, commercialized and become whatever in a tool in capitalism, yet again it's like, oh wow, now there's another layer of complexity here where I'm doing all of this, but now so many people are receiving it and so many people are hearing it, and then there's that expectation that comes with that, and then there's the question that comes with that, or how long does this last? Because all things come to an end. So I hope he understands that there's an inevitability of an end of a journey. Like, it's not forever, you know what I'm saying? There will be someone new. Unfortunately, that's just the way the world... No, not even unfortunately. Fortunately, that's the way the world works. And what he needs to also recognize is that his influence in this era and this day and age will lead to and contribute to the birth of that new individual. And maybe if he looks at it like that, it could be seen as a beautiful thing instead of a scary thing. The inevitability that yes, someone will come that has another crazy air to them, another beautiful creative expression to them, and the world will maximize it, commercialize it, you know, whatever, and then they will have faced these same issues and face these same questions and so on and so forth, and the cycle continues. That's just the way it is. That's why I find being a creative myself so intimidating and scary to embark on, because of all these questions. I would have loved to have been in the studio. Whenever I listen to albums, I always think to myself, I'd have loved to be in the studio at that time, hearing and appreciating. Is there a job for that? Like, I just wish there was that kind of job where you could just be in the creative journey and process of artists as they produce things. I feel like I'd be a pretty good contribution. If not, I just would be having a hell of a time enjoying digesting all the sounds around me and all the processes that go into creating something so sonically nice and sweet, and all the emotions. It would just be great, man, just to sit there and appreciate an artist in their climate. But Jackman, or Jackman, I don't know how to say it, but it's funny that the title is Jackman. You have a sense of a lot of youthfulness in this track, or not in this track, in this album, because there's a lot of themes of growing and evolving and changing and discovering oneself, which is, I know it's not a youthful thing, but like when you think of growth, I think like the key points you think of is when you grew from a child to an adult, or a teen to an adult. You know what I'm saying? You don't think of like when you're growing from an adult to an older adult. That's not the popular form of growth people think of when they think of growing up. There's this ideology that when you're a grown-up, there's not much more growing up to do. I don't really believe in that, to be fair. I feel like adults are just grown-up kids. The youth is still there. The inner kid never goes away. Therefore, I think there's an irony around the idea that you've grown up. You're the same but different. Anyways, going back to this album, Jack is like expressing a lot of emotions that hint to growing up, like looking at things from an elevated new position, and therefore, even though it's titled Jackman, maybe it's titled Jackman because he's going into a new phase of his manhood, but again, Jackman hints towards, you know, like adult, a man, grown. And the album doesn't have the finished result of that. It just has the journey of that, which I think is pretty cool. Very impressive. I like stuff like this. If he can keep doing this, be different, of course, every time. Like every journey, whenever you create, you're going to be different. But keep this energy, keep this state of mind where he is open and reflective and receiving of everything and all his interactions. And also, yeah, just keep that, because I think that he's in that space right now and he's producing some great quality art because of it. Really impressed from this album. I'd rate it an 8 off the first listen. And I think that's all I've got to say. So thank you guys for watching my reaction and my review to this album. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all next time.